LinkedIn, I know what type of content I have to post. I know about my numbers. I can see my numbers growing every day. I know they are increasing every month. I know that I'm on the right direction. My posts are doing good. I know what work I'm doing. And on LinkedIn, I'm not bothered about numbers that much because I know I am growing and that's completely okay. People are learning from me and that's my main purpose. That's so good. But on YouTube, my growth is a little slow. Maybe I'm not able to understand algorithm so much, or maybe I'm
Hello and welcome. Welcome to my youth channel, Say Something with Mads, where every week we have a new youth talking about their issues, their problems, their perspectives about whatever they want to. This is the channel for them. We have some enlightening and entertaining conversations. Today we have Samiksha. She's joining me from a small town. She calls it a small town of India, Sonipat. Am I right?
yes.
Yes. Samiksha, welcome to my channel. And how are you feeling now? It's pretty late. It's about 10:30 in India, but you are looking very fresh. And welcome once again. How are you feeling now?
I'm always as energetic. Like I'm loving this conversation with you and looking forward to more such good questions and creating an impact through this podcast. And thank you so much for having me, ma'am.
Thank you, Samiksha. We will have a lot to know about Samiksha. But first of all, my first question to you would be, what is the meaning of your beautiful name? And also take us back about your childhood, your schooling, family, and a little bit about what you are doing now.
Sure. So my name is Samiksha. It basically means to analyze and to review the things which you are doing. So that's a bit about me also that reflects my personality as well. So basically, I am Samiksha. I'm currently an 11th grader from Punjab and I have took up commerce. My schooling was from a national level school, Army Public School. I have been a national level debater. I enjoyed my school life through like I was a backbencher, enjoying whole life, eating in between the lectures. However, I was the one who loved to experiment things. I authored a book in my ninth grade. My second book is under publishing process, and that's all about me. I'm just so keen about experimenting, analyzing, and all that stuff.
From your intro, I would pick up the first thing which comes to my mind is that you are an author. Tell me, what was your first book about, and when did you start writing, and how did this journey of your second, from the first book to the second book, what's the theme of your first and the second book?
Sure. So, as I said, like I'm keen to experiment and everything. Lockdown was a time changing period for me when you have to stay at home and everything. And at that point, I was missing my school life, my school days. So, that became a theme of my book. Like, I was reading books, I cultivated habit of reading books during lockdown during 2020. However, simultaneously, I was missing my school life. And both of the things mixed together and that gave birth to my book. The book name is The Days of No Worries and it comprises of poems written about school life, the things we used to do, the fun we used to have. Whole book is about that. And that was the result of my experimentation and my thing to discover new things, how new things happen and everything. And the journey to second book is like now we have the experience of first book, but now I want to make it even much better by focusing more on marketing, targeting more sales and everything. However, my new book broke to freelancer is all about freelancing and making money as a student. That's what I am doing right now. So that's
Wow.
about my book.
Amazing. So we must hear a poem from your first book. If you have it, I would love you to recite one of the poems which you have written towards the end. Do you have anything to share with
right
us?
now Right now, I don't have, and the book is like in English language. It's like English, you can call it.
Yes,
So
perfect,
I,
perfect. That's perfect. If you have something written, we would love to listen. Otherwise, we will. It's okay. But since you said poem, and we can end it with one of your poem. So let's move on. Um, did you, when you were in school? I mean, you were in school when you wrote this book.
yeah.
You were all. Did you ever think that you're going to write a book, or it came very naturally to you? Started penning down your thoughts, or you had in mind that I want to be an author one day?
It was just naturally as I was missing my school life and I was reading so many books. So
Okay,
that
so connect.
curiosity mixed up like how to write a book and about what topic. I mixed both of these things and like my book came up.
Wow, lovely. It's we should not overthink about writing too many things, like whatever comes to your mind. I've been thinking of writing a book for the last 2 years. I think I've changed my topic thrice, so it's still not ready. So you are an inspiration. I should take the lesson from you. Go for it, write it, whatever comes to your mind. That, that's fantastic. Now, next question to you definitely would be something which you have shared in my pre-interview also about your passion for debating. Tell me, when did you
Yeah.
start debating, and do you remember any debating incident which anything which you have won which has left a mark on you? Where was it? How did you start debating, and what changes? How is Samiksha now? What debating does to a personality?
Okay, sure. So my debating journey started from my school life. Like my school gave me the exposure of getting into Southwestern debates and then national level debates. That's from my school life actually. And talking about the incidents I remember of my school life, I remember my national level debate preparation days. We were the first team to take our school to the national debates, and it was a proud moment for us, absolutely. And we were working damn hard to win that competition also. It was the first time I worked for 16 hours a day tirelessly, like waking up in between the nights to learn the debate and to learn the questions, somewhat like that,
Mm,
to research. All those memories were so good. Like we had lots of hard work, we did lots of hard work, we did lots of fun also. Like we were enjoying with our teachers, and the bond we created with our teachers was also remarkable during that journey. And if talking about prizes we won, yes, I won second runner-up prize as a national level as a Southwest Command debater, and that moment was literally beyond the words. Actually, I changed my
mm,
script one day prior to the debate because I was not sure about my previous script. It
okay.
happened like there was some confusion, something like that, and I changed my script one day before, and I was not expecting any results because I was fumbling in between. But then when the results came up, I was literally like, am I the one? That
Wow.
feeling was wonderful.
So do you still remember what was the topic of the debate, where you said last moment change happened and you were panicking?
Yeah, topic of the debate was related to our economy, like what
Okay.
economy and India's progress after 1947, India's social and economic progress after 1947. That was the
Oh,
topic.
wow. Lovely. It also, connecting to this, do you have any teacher who has influenced you a lot in your school time? If yes, who would that be, and why do you remember that teacher till today?
Of course, actually, I can say I didn't have only one. I have many teachers who have influenced me. Like every person can teach you something, right? And every teacher has left some of the remark of their life on me. The two teachers who prepared me for the debates always have a place in my heart. The memories we created together were damn amazing. My maths teacher, who always motivates me to study harder, to push myself to my limits, to step out of my comfort zone. He is a motivator for me. The English teachers,
Mm,
those prepared me, they motivated me. I worked with them for so long. We had lunch together. Those memories were so good. And my Hindi teacher, like she was so calm. She was so good. Like she taught me how to live a subtle life without so much expectations and everything. So I guess my most of the teachers taught me something.
Right. Amazing. Yeah, Samiksha, you have mentioned quite a few times that you come from the small town. So I would like to probe a little bit because I also come from a small town of Nagpur. Nagpur is not a very well-known city. Yeah, I'm talking about 25, 30 years back. It was a very small town, small, but I was also from an army background. So I wanted to ask you, what is this um, small town mean to you? What are the advantages and what is that one or two disadvantage you feel now when you have grown up to look back? Or maybe you can share some incident which tells you that I miss this because I'm not in a big town, or maybe I'm blessed that I'm here, I'm not there. So, what is your perspective on this?
Sure. So talking about small town for me means is like you have progress in your city after the 85% of the country has progressed. Like now in India, we are electrifying railway tracks. The whole Punjab has been electrified, but it has done. Trains are moving on electricity. But in my city, still the poles are getting plugged in and everything. So that you can
Okay.
say like progress is little late in our city. It's
Mm,
small city. It's like 15 kilometers away from Indo-Pak border, so that comprises under small town. Like we had network late. Like Geo changed the whole scenario, but earlier that net thing was slow here. All that
mm,
thing comprises under small town. But talking about advantages, yes, it has many advantages. Like I guess I haven't lived in a big town, I don't know. But what I have gone through is, or I know is, that there you don't have that much connection with your family. Families are nuclear. But here you get to enjoy with your whole joint family.
mm,
That I feel is an advantage. Other advantage I could say is other generation. Like here we don't have that culture of drinking and just
mm,
enjoying based on drinking and consuming alcohol, wine and everything. But in big cities, I guess this is too common.
mm,
I guess this
mm,
is an advantage that I don't
mm,
get into these bad habits. And if talking about disadvantages, so yes, it has many disadvantages like I do not have access to good network, good people. I am missing out to many meetups, many events, webinars that are happening in big cities like Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore, and all
mm.
that stuff. So those are the
Yeah,
disadvantages.
actually, I don't know whether it's an advantage or disadvantage at the end. You might say it at the 10 years down the line. If you see, as you said rightly, there are so many distractions. People are not focused. So maybe
Yeah,
what you are doing now, uh, being in the small town, you're able to give this much time to your work as well as so in a focused manner. Maybe you would not be able to give that. So who knows? So this is just a phase of trial. So now let's talk about what you're doing right now. You are a student, you are in grade 11, plus you are also a YouTuber, you interview young people. But tell us about your journey of a YouTuber. When did it start, and what are you doing right now?
absolutely. So as I mentioned, I was a national level. I'm a national level debater author. So it all started with an online webinar that I organized in my offline network only for students who wanted to learn about public speaking and stuff. So that's when my journey started. Then I was like, offline is so limited, and especially in my city. Then I
Which
thought
year
of
was
taking
this?
it. It was this year only, 2023, my
Okay,
11th
okay.
grade. And in July, I wanted to take it online. So I started up with LinkedIn. LinkedIn was easy for me. I grew it to 2 to 3K within 1 month. And then I jumped to YouTube that I want to create content on YouTube only. And on LinkedIn, I started building my community as well as I started learning about freelancing. So I did. many freelancing projects. I learned about LinkedIn ghostwriting, freelancing, and all that stuff. And then later, I started teaching all that stuff on my
Okay.
YouTube about freelancing and everything. And the people I interview on my YouTube channel, most of them are freelancers or YouTube growth strategists or the people who are related to freelancing business in some way. So my channel is basically related to freelancing business and earning money as a student.
Wow. So tell me, I'm just intrigued to know you started you made your account on LinkedIn and you started building your LinkedIn community and then you shifted to YouTube, right?
Yeah. I had
So
the idea in back of the mind, like I want to pursue YouTube, but I didn't have a niche. Like what niche should I follow, right?
yeah,
So that LinkedIn gave me the idea of following freelancing, business, and how to earn money niche.
there are a lot of young people on LinkedIn make huge number of followers. They're killing it on LinkedIn. Why do you think uh, what is the kind of worry? Are you still worried about looking at the numbers, or you have got your niche, then you know that okay, this is my niche, I will keep on following that, you're freelancing, or you think that I need to do something else? What goes on in your mind while you are on the journey? I remember you watching you on a YouTube channel where your powerful video, I wanted to quit YouTube. So tell us about what is going on in your mind now, 1 year, maybe, I don't, 2023, right? So it's been a year.
Yeah,
So what are the challenges you faced both in LinkedIn as well as in YouTube? And where is your state of mind now?
of course. I would love to tell my opinions about that. So let's segregate into LinkedIn part and YouTube part. For LinkedIn, I know what type of content I have to post. I know about my numbers. I can see my numbers growing every day. I know they are increasing every month. I know that I'm on the right direction. My posts are doing good. I know what work I'm doing. And on LinkedIn, I'm not bothered about numbers that much because I know I am growing and that's completely okay. People are learning from me and that's my main purpose. That's so good. But on YouTube, my growth is a little slow. Maybe I'm not able to understand algorithm so much, or maybe I'm lagging somewhere in my videos and anything. So in that case, I am a little worried. And however,
Hmm.
not worried, I'm just using my name, Samiksha. I'm analyzing my analytics of YouTube. I'm analyzing CTRs, thumbnails, and all that stuff. And the video you saw, like I am quitting YouTube, was also my some experimenting thing that I want to experiment and I want to see what type of content works on YouTube. So YouTube is now in my experimentation phase because I have been consistent from 6 months, but the results are not that good.
Hmm.
So and
Okay.
that's why I am experimenting with it to make it to a certain level that it keeps growing so that I find that my sweet spot. And
Hmm.
after that, numbers won't matter. Like it's all
So
about
do
the
you
impact
do
you create,
you
right?
get up in the morning every day and first thing is look at the numbers? Do you fret about it? Do you get stressed about numbers?
Not on LinkedIn, but on YouTube, yes, I do have.
Hmm. How often you post on YouTube?
My YouTube consistency, like before this month, was like 12 to 13 videos easily per month, long videos. But now I am reducing it to 8 videos per month for more quality and to keep experimenting and to take it slow to not burden up myself. That's
Hmm. Tell me what background work, who is helping you do that? Are you doing everything on your own, editing to thumbnail to study the analytics, everything? Are you doing it single-handedly or you have someone helping you?
right now for LinkedIn. LinkedIn is easy going, but for YouTube, yes, I am managing it on my own.
Real?
There is only one reason, that is like I want to learn it to the core. like
mm,
how the platform works. If I am not aware about YouTube, I'm not aware about the LinkedIn, somebody else is doing it for me. How I can go and tell my audience, like, this is how LinkedIn works, this is how YouTube works, this is how you can
mm,
get clients on YouTube. First of all,
mm,
I feel like I need to have my experience on both the platforms, learn about what I'm telling to people on YouTube, and then, of course, I can give the work to somebody else. But
mm.
right now, I am in the experimentation phase, I am in my learning phase.
So you have a lot on your plate. How often you post on LinkedIn?
LinkedIn, I do post 4 times a week.
4 times a week. Preparation for your LinkedIn, then your talk show, then your podcast, your writing, your editing. Oh my God, you have a lot. How much time you spend on this every day?
So, talking about my time management. So, yes, I do have lots of things on my plate right now. Actually, what I do is, first of all, many people have this thing like they can manage everything, they can manage lots of work like they see on YouTube, people doing that, and they can manage their social life as well. It does not happen that way. I i totally agree that you need to sacrifice things. I haven't met my friends from 2 to 3 months right like now. I haven't met
Wow.
any of them, so that comes under sacrifice thing. And talking about time management, so yes, one principle I follow is time blocking. I block my time, like morning hours for studies, they are for studies, I'll keep it to studies. Afternoon hours are for my YouTube, I'll keep it to YouTube. Next hour is for my freelancing work, I'll keep it to my freelancing work. Next is for my LinkedIn, I'll keep it to my LinkedIn. Next is for my YouTube, I'll keep it to my YouTube. And of course, I don't have any time to waste, like I'm having my dinner or lunch something with something put on the YouTube, maybe Shark Tank or maybe Think School videos in which I'm
Mm,
learning something. So that all starts with identifying those time blocks. I don't miss
mm.
a single second even after waking up.
Wow.
So that's like analyzing your time gaps, filling them up with time gaps. I literally write my LinkedIn post just when I'm traveling from one place to another, or when I'm like walking and having my 30-minute walk. I do it
Mm,
in that time. So it's like analyzing those time gaps and then filling it up.
mm. Oh my God, this is something which is going to be the highlight of this talk. I think the time block, the way you're managing everything so systematically, and no wonder you have a lot on your plates. You need to utilize every waking hour to manage all this, and
Yeah.
doing fantastic work. Great work, Samiksha. Do you have any idol or any mentor in your life? Maybe you have not met, but you follow them. Who would that be and why?
Sure. So, talking about only one idol, that is not possible. I see my mother waking up every day, working for us, giving us the best. She's my idol. Talking
Mm,
about people on like internet. Internet idols, I guess, last for few months. After few months, they keep on changing. But yes,
mm,
there are many people who have left an impact on my life. And
mm,
also, the perfect idol I can talk about is the person on the streets, like who is like having money hand to mouth, like they are working and they are earning money and then they are spending on their food, like they don't have much savings, but yet they come to work every day, they work hard and then earn their money. That's something to be proud of and to learn from them, despite
mm,
of being into luxurious family who have provided us good education. They are working hard every day and they are
mm,
not just begging and doing some
mm,
wrong work like theft
mm,
and something like that. They are working
mhm,
hard, and of course they are our
mm.
idols. They teach us to work hard.
So you're talking about spirituality, and I think you have that kind of philosophy in your life. Where does this spirituality come from? Is it coming from your mother? You follow somebody? Do you have a spiritual guru in your family? Where does this spirituality at such a young age come from?
Spirituality, if we talk about it within ourselves, like I guess there are many spiritual books, Guru Granth Sahib Ji and all that, all those Bible, Quran, and many more from every religion. And of course, they all have those common teachings of working hard and then earning your money, of having good karmas and everything. All those things teach us the same lessons, just we have bifurcated into Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, and more religions like that. The lessons they are conveying is the same. So I guess if we deep dive into Guru Granth Sahib Ji or anything, there are many lectures available on YouTube. You can just learn from them. They are full of value. Just learn from them and then develop your way. Ask your elderly people about that. And that's all about spirituality.
Do your family talk about these a lot? Do you have people talking about spirituality, talking about karma a lot in the family, or have you read somewhere? Do you watch something? I'm just getting into the core of Samiksha. Where does this come from?
So spirituality, actually, I do watch it from Ranveer Alabadia show. That is something, and of course, he talks a lot about spirituality, and I started practicing like meditation and everything. It literally takes away a lot of pain, lot of mental burden. And
Mm,
yes, and once you start deep diving onto something that you heard on YouTube, you get
mm,
lots of things on YouTube telling you about
mm,
that. And
mm,
I just love to watch videos about spirituality and get insights
mm,
from that. Nothing from my family side. Like they are
mm,
spiritual, but not like okay, not to this extent, and they don't keep on talking. Videos are the
mm,
main source.
mm. Right. Let me ask you a hypothetical question. Since you are a podcaster and you interview young people about freelancing and you deal with young people, what if I ask you to go back to history and choose a historical character whom would you like to interview on your channel? Who would that be and why?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Wow. So, historical person. I guess I don't have any name as of now, but currently he's not an historical person. He's current Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi. I would love to like interview him and learn how he does things, how he went from a chai wala to prime minister of a country, even to a global leader. He has so much
Mm,
following on Instagram and everything. Of course, I would love to interview him. Currently, I can't remember of any historic person. APJ Abdul Kalam, I just remembered. APJ
yes.
Abdul Kalam, missile man of India. How he went
Mm,
from like small town, again a small island of India, to president of the country.
mm.
Amazing, man.
Wow, amazing. Fantastic. I think APJ Abdul Kalam and Narendra Modi are two people want to talk to. Quite a few of the youth have this answer to different questions, but APJ Abdul Kalam comes and Narendra Modi's names mentioned most of the time by youth, and that's so amazing. Current and the past leader, right? Um, if you have to invite three people on a dinner date with you,
Okay,
you're taking them to dinner, but you have never met them. Okay, three people.
okay,
Yeah. Who would you like to call them to your dinner table?
sure. So I guess all three of them would be from different spheres so that I can learn from their perspectives. So number first, I would love to invite us Elon Musk,
Yes.
like what perception he has about business and everything like that. He comes from a business background. Again, then PM Narendra Modi, he comes from that
Okay.
leadership wala perspective, right?
Hmm.
What
Hmm.
is leadership, how to control a country and everything. And the other person I would love to invite is like uh Karishma Mehta. Like she is the founder of Humans of Bombay,
Yes.
and she comes from a small, not from a small town, but from a casual like family, normal
Mm.
family, middle class family, and how she went from this. And she has lots to discuss about the country. Like she interviews many people, so she has lots to talk about people on the streets and everything.
Mm.
And we could together mix up and make something amazing for the growth of the country, for the growth of economy too, and for the well-being of
Mm.
the people, of course.
Superb. Well said. Right. So, Miksha, now we are at that point of the conversation when you get to ask me a question. That's a role reversal. What do you have for me?
Sure, I do have an interesting question for you, ma'am. So, as said, like for that consistency on YouTube or in your work, you need a strong reason. Like you need a strong why, you need a strong reason to continue that work for so long. But what I believe is, after when you have a reason, also you have a circumstance that made you to have that reason.
Mm. Okay.
For example, my reason is to create an impact and to voice out my opinions. But I do have some circumstances that shaped me and to voice out my opinions. So, what were
Okay.
your those things that motivated you to have a strong why? What were your circumstances or what were your conditioning? Something like that.
Yes.
It's a
I'll tell
deep
you,
dive
this is a very
actually.
interest. I got it. You are your question is quite deep. In fact, why I will tell
Yeah.
you why is easy. When you talk about circumstances under which this channel was born, is something which is very, which I think I myself had thought about it, but not shared many a times. I was a teacher for a very long time, like 25, 26 years. I was teaching high school students. And when I came to Dubai and I started applying to schools, there was nobody, no taker for me. So I used to consider myself as a very good teacher. I'm teaching grade 11 and 12 for so many years. And here I will come to a country and they will just tell me, wow, the world's greatest teacher has come, maybe, and they will open the doors. It didn't happen. It was a shocker for me. I've sent hundred emails and I didn't get any call. I said, what is going wrong? Why are people not calling me? They know me where this my background, this is this. I don't know what happened. I started thinking a lot. Then I went back to India 1 year to teach because I was feeling miserable that there's no call. And I came back again. Then I got the perspective that it's okay if they don't call me. I don't know because maybe it's the age. Maybe they are not looking for teachers of this age. How to convert this into something where I will be in that position to command. So I started this channel and I'm on LinkedIn. And believe me, I am now invited as a judge, as a speaker to these same schools where they didn't take me as a teacher. And I have the a kind of like, okay, now
Ah,
you are calling me because of the reason why I carved a niche for myself. I think one doors close, few doors close, few open. You all go
yeah,
through this in life. Yeah, we all go through this. Change the track. You will reach somewhere. If you're pushing on the boulder, you will not go. Just go away. Go other side of the boulder. Take another path. I think that's what I would share with this yeah, example.
absolutely. And to be honest, like your communication skills are damn good. Like I can literally feel how you communicate so well. That is absolutely amazing. Hats off to you.
Thank you so much, Samiksha. Yes, this is where it is the connection. You build up authentic connection. You build up it stays. That is where it is for. It is not going to be the interview is over and I don't know who you are. You're forever in my comfort zone. I will be always there for you when you need anything from me.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy to have this conversation. It's a deep and meaningful conversation with you. But I will like to ask you, since you said you are yourself an author and you read books, is there any book which you want to recommend to our reader, with our listeners, young people who are listening? Any book which has impacted you?
Sure. I can give you a list of books. I'm a very good
Yeah, two, three
reader.
if you
Like,
want.
yeah, sure. So, first of all, for promotion purposes, you can talk like see my books, Broke to Freelancer. Okay,
Yeah.
these are jokes. Don't go and check out my books. Here I am giving writing
Why
samples
not?
to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, number one is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy.
Yes.
That's an amazing book. It changed my perception towards life. It changed me from being a negative person to being an optimistic one who is working hard to chase her dreams. That book has given me that. Another book is 13 Steps to Better Luck. I used to consider myself like I'm an unlucky, I don't get my things fulfilled and everything like that. But that book was the first book I read, and literally that book told me about 13 steps, 13 ways through which you can increase your chances of getting lucky. For example, network was one of the point. Network brings lots of opportunities, and in this way, you get lucky, of course. And number third book that I would love to suggest to you guys is The Psychology of Money.
Mm,
It's not only about money, it's also about your life. Like all those lessons can be implemented into your life as well. And number
mm.
fourth book that is coming into my mind right now is Heal Your Life and Heal Your Body by Louis Hay.
Yeah.
I hope I'm saying the name right, but
Yes,
it's by
yes, Louisa
Louis
Hay.
Hay, and that's
Yeah.
by it's all about your body, how negative thoughts affect your well-being. It's about
Mm.
that, and of
Every
course,
disease,
that book is
yes,
a
is
must read.
right. Every disease which you have in your body is connected to one particular thought. Right from
Absolutely,
cancer to everything which you have is connected to the way you think. Wonderful share,
absolutely.
Samiksha. I'm so blown. I've never seen anybody give me four book recommendations when I asked one. That's amazing. That shows the kind of versatile person you are. You read a lot of books, and you yourself are an author. No wonder. And I wish you all the best in your YouTube journey. And I wish to see you grow into this community and become a big influencer. And yes, this has been an amazing conversation to know who is Samiksha and what goes on in her mind to struggle and hustle for 15 hours a day to manage everything. This itself is an example for many. Thank you so much for being on my channel. So, for those people who watch this week after week, please watch it, encourage it, subscribe it, share it, and let this channel grow into a beautiful platform for the youth. For now, thank you, Samiksha. I hope you had a great time as much as I had talking to you.
Yes, ma'am. It was indeed an honor to be on your podcast. From taking podcast to being a podcast guest, it has been a great journey, and I totally loved you. And of course, do subscribe her channel. She's bringing out so good stuff. She's working hard every day for making good stuff. Do subscribe, do share, and I'm also going to do that. Lots of good
Thank you
vibes
so
to
much.
you guys, to you people or listening to it, and to you, ma'am, also. Thank you for having me once again.
Right. See you, everybody. Good night, and see you till the next episode. Bye bye.